you gonna be on my f***ing time?
Welcome back to the Whiplash Effect. I'm Will. You guys know how these things work, so let's get right to it, starting with number 10. Let me start by saying this movie is not for everybody. Youth is definitely an art house film. There are a lot of shots in this movie that don't make any sense and are really only there to be pretty, but they really are pretty. Great cinematography, some of the best of the year, and really good performances too by Kane, of course, he's always great, but the real standouts to me were Rachel Weisz and Harvey Keitel. They were really able to hold their own and carry their part of the story, and I adored both of them in this movie. Also, Youth had a great score. I mean, you'd hope for a movie about a retired composer, but you never know. Youth grew on me so much and was too unique not to make this list. Go give it a watch. You may not like it, but at least you know you don't like it. As for me, I loved it. Number 9! Creed delivers a pair of knockout performances. Get it? Because it's about boxing. Seriously though, Michael B. Jordan does a great job as Adonis Creed, bringing some depth and fun to the character, a challenge not a lot of actors can pull off nowadays. And you know, Rocky is there too. Sylvester Stallone, probably his best in years, really shows how much he cares about this, how much he wants that Oscar, and he deserves every bit of it. Creed has some great direction too. Ryan Coogler does some really inventive and technical things to help breathe new life into this franchise and bring Rocky into the 21st century of big blockbuster movies. However, my favorite thing about Creed is its ability to stand on its own and be its own movie, but still be a Rocky movie deep down. I mean, obviously you have Rocky in there, but they cleverly weave in notes of He's Gonna Fly Now into their own score, and it's just really powerful, it gets you hyped up, and it's hard to fight it, and... So yeah, check Creed out if you haven't already. Number 8. I was excited for this movie ever since I saw the trailer last January. I don't know a lot about NWA, but after this movie, I feel like I really know these guys. The performances in Straight Outta Compton are insane. Virtually all of these guys are unknown, and they really bring it. And not only are they great actors, but they look identical to their real-life counterparts. And Paul Giamatti, he almost redeemed himself from the god-awful San Andreas. For more rants about that and other terrible movies, check out my 5 worst movies of 2015, link in the below. Straight Outta Compton also came out at a great time in America's history. We are still dealing with racial issues in our country, and this movie shows how little we've actually come from the 80s. You know, it's heartbreaking, but it's also very important, and it only backs to the significance of Straight Outta Compton, makes this movie even stronger. Straight Outta Compton is an adrenaline rush backed by a dope soundtrack. Give it a watch. Number 7. I'm gonna start shaking talking about it. God, is this movie tense. The tension in this film is only supported by Blunt, Brolin, and Del Toro's great performances. And some hauntingly long but gorgeous takes by Denis Villeneuve. Top it all off with a heart-pounding score that sounds a little bit like this. Intense. Yeah, it was definitely the most intense movie I saw this year. And I saw Hateful Eight, Revenant, Home, and The Gift. I'm just kidding, I never saw The Gift. I did see Home, though. So yeah. Check Sicario out. Number 6. Oh, what a film! What a lovely, lovely film! Everything about this movie is over the top. The action, the costumes, the action, the set, the action, the action. George Miller is out of his mind in the best possible way. The performances by Holt and Theron are spectacular, and Tom Hardy as Max, while not given a whole lot to do, he still pulls it off really well. For such a dark and gritty film, the visuals are eye-popping. It is so vivid and colorful and bright, and I just really appreciate that was the way they went with the color palette. Mad Max Fury Road is anything but mediocre. On to number 5. So, this is a little indie film that came out end of the year. I think it did okay at the box office, but I'm not even gonna fool you guys. It's Star Wars. It's Star Wars! Daisy Ridley, mwah. John Boyega, mwah. Oscar Isaac, mwah. Adam Driver, Harrison Ford, mwah. BB-8 doesn't get any better than Star Wars in its original form, except for the 4 movies that are ahead of it on this list. If you want to hear someone talk longer about Star Wars, Casey actually made a review about it, link right here, so you can click here if you want to hear him talk about that. Or you could stay for number 4. The Big Short boasts one of the best ensemble casts I've seen in a while. The supporting cast kills it. Brad Pitt, for the little bit he's in, kills it. Steve Carell kills it. Ryan Gosling kills it. Christian Bale murders it. I mean, he did such a great job. This is such a different role for him, and he really shined in it. I love McKay's direction and how this looks like Wall Street if it were shot as an Office episode. It's a perfect dark humor movie. Story's not very uplifting, but it's a great story, and of course the amazing part is that it's all true. Good acting, a lot of great creativity, give it a watch. Alright, we're coming down to the wire with number 3. Not very many people have heard of the end of the tour, but they should. Quick synopsis for you, it's about a 3-day conversation between 2 guys with a bunch of philosophies and all that good stuff, and that's it. Jason Segel is perfectly unrecognizable and really blew me away in this movie. Jesse Eisenberg, while not as big of a stretch for him as it is for Segel, is still really great. The writing is definitely the best part of this movie, as there is pretty much nothing but dialogue, but I love that, and if you know that going in, you'll love it too. The end of the tour is a great character study and a great conversation. On to number 2. So sue me, I had fun during a movie, and that's all this movie is. Fun. Where else can you see something like this? Or like this. Yeah, that's what I thought. This movie didn't have to be the next Jurassic Park. I just wanted to see some Chris Pratt, some Velociraptors, some Indominus Rex, and some Mosasaurus. That's what I got. I loved it every time I saw it. Maybe the ultimate guilty pleasure movie. Regardless, it's fun, and I loved it. Now to the main event. Number 1. Yeah, it was a complete sweep. No whiplash effect here. I saw Ex Machina when it came out in April, and I rewatched it maybe 5 days ago, and yeah, it definitely holds up. The cinematography, perfect. The visuals, perfect. The score, perfect. The story, perfect. The dialogue, perfect. The acting, oh my god, the acting. Donald Gleason, dude is blowing up, more than deserves it. Same to Oscar Isaac, and Alicia Vikander. No, Alicia Vikander, she deserves to have it said right, gives a mind-blowing performance. Listen, I don't know why you're still watching this video, go see Ex Machina. If 3 people have collectively told you it's the best movie they've seen this year, and we in total have seen over 75 movies released this year, not even exaggerating, what are you doing? Go see Ex Machina, trust me, it's more than worth it. That's it for me, you guys. Let me know in the below your top 10 movies of 2015. Were there any great ones I missed? And, of course, if you want to see the full list of all movies I saw this year, conveniently ranked best to worst, head on over to my Letterboxd. That link is in the below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Cut to black.